Shout out to YouTube user Kaphotics, or Kaphotics, however you want to pronounce it, for the thing that's about to happen in this video, because it's really cool. But how's it going, guys? I have a brand new team, because Muse is cool in my book, and I was like, I'm going to make a team around it. This is going to be different from other videos you're probably going to end up seeing, because this is after I sat after the stream, and I was like, well, I lost all my games today. How can I make this battle any better? Or how can I make this team any better, rather. So I kind of changed some things, and I figured I'd go experimenting with some people on Tumblr, and that kind of worked out. So got a match against a guy by the name of themostsuperjew, and his team is actually looking kind of 4th gen OUE, which is okay by me, but I've got a couple of 5th gen things, and by that I mean I think like 4 out of 6 on my team are 5th gen, but whatever. We'll see how it stacks up, and yeah, I thought he was going to lead off with Heat Trance, that's why I led off with Nidoking, but you're going to see that he has different plans. Look at that background, and then the PBR music just, okay. So, Kaphotics told me that any Pokestar, it's like this new movie thing that's coming out in the second one, but you get different movie backgrounds. All of these backgrounds can be used for battles, which is actually going to lead for some really cool stages. So I was like, you know what? I'll try out this this park one and see what's going on. So, it turns out I have a really bad lead matchup, but I do have a Scarf Kieran, which actually isn't that bad in this scenario because he wasn't expecting it when I switched it in. And I end up going for the Ice Beam as he goes for the Focus Blast. Hits it, unfortunately, but I'm kind of under the impression that just based on how much he did with Psychic, he wasn't Life Orb anyway. He was probably just Focus Sash, and that's why he ended up leading with it anyways. But get to go out into my Conkeldurr because Alakazam isn't too hot on the physical defense side. I'm pretty sure he's at the range where Mach Punch can take him out, and it does, so no worries there. Now, this next portion, I really did not know what to do, and I mean, there was a really obvious answer, but I really wanted to scout out his set, and he really just wasn't letting me do that for, I guess, all of his moves. I learned 3 out of 4 of them, so I'm sitting in here just like, okay, I can Drain Punch and I can try whittling away at it, and like, who the fuck am I kidding? This is Poison Heal, and I end up doing this for X amount of turns, and it's really stupid, but there really is like an obvious thing. If you remember the team preview, and you're probably thinking like, why doesn't he just go out to Victini right now? And I was like, because I want to take out this Breloom before it starts setting up with subs or whatever, and it turns out he's just bulk up Drain Punch, and then he's probably got I don't know if he's running Seed Bomb or whatever, Stone Edge. We don't learn that yet, but I'm guessing he's probably just got, I don't know, maybe he has Stone Edge. I'm not 100% on that, but I go for the Drain Punch again. Keep getting some early wakes, which is nice, but then it's around here that I realize that he's going to want this. He's going to want something on my team asleep regardless of what I do. So I figure, you know what? This thing's woken up too many times. Conkeldurr's probably going to end up being the dead weight just because it is slower than Breloom, but I do have Sleep Fodder, and that's nice. So finally going to bring it back into the regular speed and just decide to go into my Victini as he goes for a second bulk up. So I actually get a free switch, and because of the range of health he's at, he's not going to want to take a V-Create or a Zen Headbutt. I do have the liberty of choosing between either one, but he's going to go out into Heatran to resist either one of them, probably expecting the V-Create. I'm going to end up going for the Zen Headbutt. This is not a choice to Victini at all, and you're not going to see Life of Recoil because it is an Expert Belt Victini. I've been trying it, and it doesn't get the damage output that I like, or I would like, because it's jolly, but it does have the element of surprise attached to it, and that's one poke that I really feel kind of likes it, I guess. So I decided to go out into my Vaporeon on this because, you know, I don't want to take an Earth Power or anything like that. And then the way he switches out, it's kind of like, okay, he doesn't have HP Electric or Grass. He's probably going to end up having Ice. Or he just wants to go out into Breloom to take the Scald just because he knows he can. I'm not 100% on that yet, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a super effective Hidden Power. Otherwise, I'm thinking that with the Special Defense drop and the super effective Hidden Power, he would have been able to take me out on the spot anyways, because I don't know if it's Electric or Grass. He would have just gone for it. There's that. So, I forget what the fuck happened here, but I think the switch to Latios was going to end up being a little bit obvious after that, so I go into my Genesect right now. And the cool thing is I do get the attack download. He's scared of the U-turn, he's also scared of me being Scarfed, but you're going to see on this damage on Scizor that I am not in fact Scarfed. I am Choice Banded, and this thing has been working wonders. I was using a different set on the first version of this team, I guess. I think I still want to tweak this team a little bit, but for now it's doing alright. Choice Banded Genesect does 50% to Scizor after the attack download. I don't know if he's running HP or speed. But decide to go into my Vaporeon. Decide I don't really like that because I'm probably going to end up taking a Superpower or something like that. I don't know. I probably should have just stayed in there to go for another Scald. I was like, okay, Superpower or Choice Banded U-Turn are some likely things. I did not expect a Swords Dance. That is actually my fault for not scouting properly, but hey, that happens sometimes. So decide to go out into Vaporeon again. I kind of left my DS on the table at the time, and I wasn't really paying attention to HP amounts at this moment, which is why I decided to leave it in to take a Bug Bite, thinking that I was going to be able to, and thinking that I was at a lower amount of HP. I looked at the screen afterwards. I was like, okay, I was probably at like 340 something, and then Bullet Punch only did like 50 or 60 or whatever, and maybe doesn't have a lot in attack. Okay, that's fine. I can probably take a Bug Bite. Turns out I don't take the Bug Bite, and I think Vaporeon might end up being useful. It'll be nice against the Scizor and Heatran later on in the game, but I think I do still have alternatives to them, so the game's not exactly over yet. But I do threaten out that Scizor with the V-Creates, which is what I'm going to go for. Unfortunately, he does switch into Latios. Does take a pretty hefty chunk from it, despite just being expert belted. But the thing about Latios is Sub-Calm Mind is always a thing that you have to keep in mind when it comes in. So I have to reveal right now that I'm actually not choiced and, you know, risk him going for the Dragon Pulse or the Sub or whatever. I was counting on the Sub or the Calm Mind, which is why I decided to go for the U-Turn now. But he does reveal to me that he does, in fact, have Hidden Power Fire. I don't know what kind of set he is. I think all we see are lefties, but U-Turn does a pretty good amount. Cat's out of the bag that I'm actually slower than him, even before the V-Create, but decide to go into my Genesect now because I have Hidden Power Fire and because he's probably paying attention to the damage I did on Scizor earlier. He can probably make note of the fact that I am not Choice Scarfed, and I'm actually doing this just to check and see if he's going to fall for the bluff again and switch back into Heatran, but it turns out he just goes for the Hidden Power again, which I'm assuming is Fire because it's neutral on Nidoking, and it makes sense on Latios. Having another Hidden Power would be kind of interesting, but because he doesn't have anything set up, it turns out that I actually can take a Hidden Power, Fire, and a Dragon Pulse and take him out with an Ice Beam. So Latios is probably the main thing I was scared of now that since I lost Kyurem like turn 2 or something like that. But it's gone, so it's going to be a little bit easier for me. But still kind of am scared of the Bullet Punch, which is why I'm going to go out into Genesect to take it. And I'm actually going to be able to take it very nicely. Genesect does have the base 95 defenses. The HP is kind of but, you know, defense-wise, it can take priority moves with some relative ease. So, gonna be able to come in here, and I don't really want to go for anything other than a U-turn just to get the ultimate initiative. I mean, he doesn't really take shit from the U-turn, that's fine. It's just more about going into something else. And I realize at this point that I really need Nidoking to take out Heatran, otherwise I'm going to be out of options completely now that Vaporeon is gone. But he's going to go into Breloom, I think, to take the incoming Earth Power. I don't know if he knows that I'm choiced at this point. I've got like 2 pokes on here that are potentially choiced, but they're not, because this kind of hides the life of recoil on everything, and Victini doesn't really reveal that it's choiced yet. But I do switch it up to Flamethrower. Could have gone for the Ice Beam, but in case he wanted to switch out into Scizor or whatever and start setting up, predicting my switch or whatever, getting kind of greedy like that, there's that option. Here he makes a fairly good play. Instead of, I'm scared of the Ice Shard, obviously, because that's a Mammoswine on the screen. But he ends up going for the Earthquake, I think expecting my Victini to come in. I realized that, you know, I might as well just switch into something as a pivot and let this Mammoswine do its thing, because Mammoswine isn't normally going to set up. It'll either A, take me out, or B, go out into something else to start setting up. He could have gone out to Scizor and start setting up while I was sleeping. That's fine, I don't care. But this, I like this turn of the game, because I do get the special attack, but I'm not going to go for the Flamethrower or anything like that. I'm just going to go for the Iron Head, because I don't have Flamethrower on this set. But Iron Head with the Choice Band actually one-shots Mammoswine, and I was actually kind of surprised by that. I didn't think it was going to one-shot it, but then again, I guess, I don't know how much attack this thing has, being a positive speed nature. I think it's like 339 or something. But with the Choice Band, I guess that probably makes sense. So he over-predicts here. I was pretty intent on just leaving this thing in to die, so that way I could go back into Nidoking or back into Victini, that kind of thing. Because as long as I have Victini paired up with Nidoking, I can more or less keep Scizor. Scizor is going to be manageable, but Genesect right now is doing whatever it can before it dies, so that way I can get the safe switch into something else. Just going for Iron Heads. I don't know if he does have Roost, but as you can see, the Iron Head is actually doing a pretty decent amount, and he's going to end up going for the Bug Bite, taking me out. That's fine. I want to go into Victini right now. I thought about it, and I thought I fucked up, and I realized if I wanted to Nidoking, I would have ended up taking a Bullet Punch. So this is what I want to do here. This is fine, because if Victini ends up dying against Heatran, I do still have Nidoking to clean up the game with Earth Power. So decided to go for a Fusion Bolt. I don't know what he was. I guess he just kind of left it in to die. That would make more sense. But I think it's 2 versus 1. Decided to go for a Fusion Bolt. It does not take him out. It leaves him with a Nub, I believe, that will end up cleaning himself out owing to Life or Recoil. So that is actually going to be the game, as he takes me out with an Earth Power. It is a double down at the end, but I do still have Nidoking with 80 HP lying in the wings. So that's going to be the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you're welcome to leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, and do your thing. I will list the background code for this one in specific, and also link the code, or link the video to, no, what am I trying to say? I'm gonna link the video, Kaphotics video that has the background mods on them, where he's gonna list all the codes and all the values for them. That's gonna be in the description. If you guys remember all the background codes that were going on for Black White 1, this is the same guy that did them, so I highly suggest you head over to his channel, give him some words of encouragement, that kind of thing. Like the video, favorite the video, not necessarily this one, just the other one. Go do it, because this is an awesome code. I think the only code I'm really missing to make Black White 2 what it was for Black White 1 on my channel is the music disabling code, so I'm still going to be on the hunt for that. If anyone has it, once again, that would be much appreciated. But for now, I got an unexpected bonus, and that was really nice. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.